Today I'm going to show you how to make some lovely hats, like those paper horrible Christmas cracker hats that you get in the Christmas crackers. Well, these are permanent and they're washable and they're reversible and they're just so easy. It's such a lovely easy project to do, and just think about what you can do. You don't have to have them as Christmas ones. You can have them as kids parties, theme parties. You can personalize them, absolutely anything, even christenings, and they're just so lovely, and they're so simple to make. So I'm going to show you how to do these today. So all you need is 2 pieces of fabric, and that is 19 inches by 6 inches. So I'm sticking to the Christmas theme, I am, because I need to get quite a few in hand. So I've chosen 2 contrasting ones. You can choose plain colours if you prefer, but this is what I'm having. So I'm going for the start. If you go for directional fabric, then it might be a bit of a problem. So try and get something, I mean, this looks directional, but it's not. Look, the trees are going that way and they're coming downhill, so that's perfect to use. But just bear in mind, this is such an easy way to get 2 hats out of just these pieces of fabric. A very easy way to do it. So I'm just going to show you how. So like I say, it's 2 pieces, contrasting pieces, 19 inches by 6 inches. And then you're going to need a piece of, I've used fusible fleece. It doesn't have to be fusible. I didn't actually fuse it in the ones I make. You can just use a sew-in if you want. It's not fusible fleece, it's bosal in our form. But you can use fusible fleece if you prefer, but with the bosal it just gives it a nice body when you're wearing it. It's everything stays upright. It's lovely and it's washable. Okay. So, and then you need to draw yourself one of these little template things. Even if you only draw 1/4, it's fine. But I want 4 peaks on mine. So the way to do this is get your fabric. Actually, if you use the bosal, it's probably going to be better. This needs to be slightly smaller. It doesn't matter if you don't do it straight away, making it smaller, but you can trim it off after. But if you lay the template that you make, and I've put the sizes on and I will specify the size, but it's 16.5 inches wide that way, and then each is 4.5 inches from top to bottom from the peak, and then it's 4 inches across each pyramid, and then it's 1.5 inches there. So I've done you all the measurements, but like I say, if you just had one and you just wanted to concentrate on one, that's fine, but I prefer it this way. So you push your template, what you've made out of paper, to the corner of your bosal in our form, and just draw around it like so. Butt it up to one edge. Okay, so that's my first one, and you can see I've got 2 little tabs there. That's where the elastic goes. So if I turn it over now and I take it to the full one, because this is where it's going to be cut and it'll come across here, so this bit will be wasted, but this will be the tab which we'll cut down after for the next one. We want 4 going that way as well. So you take that up to there, lay it on top, and do your 4th pyramid there. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 this side, and 1, 2, 3, 4 that side. So apart from that little tab end, that'll be scrap, and that'll be scrap. Okay, so then get your fabrics and put them right sides together. I think that's the wrong way. It is. Make sure they're nicely pressed, not like mine. I'll go and do mine in a minute. And then lay this on top. So everything is squared up like that. And you're going to need to put a pin in the top, and you're going to need to pin it at the bottom as well. Each pyramid, so it doesn't move. All the way across. I'll finish off after, I don't want to bore you. Just do that one last one there. Now with Bozal, it's fabulous. It stitches lovely. It's not too thick. I sell this at Deany Fabrics if you want some. We do sell it there. So now you're going to stitch along this line, but just this side of it. So it'll be like that. When you come to the bottom there, just lift your foot and swivel the needle so that you come this side of the thing all the way across, so you get nice sharp points. Okay, can you see that double line? I'm not sure you can. Yep. So then when you've done all that, then the pins can come out, and then you've got to do it all again from the other side. So turn it round and sew this side of the line. I mean marginal, you know, enough to get your scissors in. Like that. So when we've done both sides of the line, then I'll go and do that, and then I'll show you what happens next. Okay, whatever you do, don't freehand draw lines like I did. Use a ruler so you can do it straight. So this is it. So I've got 2 lines of sewing, one each side of the drawn line that I've done. So now take away your pins. Another one there. And now you're going to cut in between the 2 stitch lines, being careful not to snip the stitches of either line. So you'll go up like that, straight through the centre. Like so. Be nice to do the whole family these, wouldn't it, with their names on, and but so much better than paper hats. So right to the tops of the points. If you've got a particular, I mean, we don't need that bit. Well, we need it for that side. So I'll just chop that off there. But this piece can just be lopped off. Like so. So you're left with a piece like that. And a piece like that. Now we don't need this half piece. We don't want a half piece. So we'll just cut that off like that. Stitch that up in a minute. Do what I've done with my bin. Okay, so we've got 2 pieces, each with 4 points, and this is 2 hats out of 1 piece of fabric. I mean, how brilliant is that? If you've got a lot of bulk on the ends of your points, you're going to have to cut them off as low as you can. But mine haven't. I haven't gone that wide with the stitching, so I would advise you not to, you know, to do the same as me. Now when you turn it over, and you open it up, you're then going to push these points out all the way along, and remember that the other bits are the points as well, so everything has got to have sharp edges. And Bosel's very flexible, it's very good. So just get your poker or your chopstick, as I've got, and push out your points. Like so. Okay, and then when you get to the middle bits, just give it a little, not a tug, but a little stretch, and then that pulls the Bosel to where you need it to be. Give everything a little stretch. Like that. Like so. See how quick that is, we're nearly there already. So now this is where you have the Bosel a little bit shorter than your fabric. So if it isn't, like mine isn't, just pull that back a little bit and go ahead and trim it. This is the bit that's going around your forehead, so you can have it as, you know, whatever thickness you want, but it's good to cut off a little bit. Just pop that one to one side for a minute so we can concentrate on one. So when you're happy that everything is lying flat, and you can go and press it if you want, or just keep stretching it, then you need to, and make sure there's no holes, which there doesn't appear to be on mine. I think I've cut everything apart from that one where I chopped there, so I might just go ahead and sew that little bit up there that I did. But then it's top stitching, so I'm going to top stitch quite close to the edge all the way up, just to pronounce the peaks all the way up, and just stop there. So I'll go and do that and I'll be back. So I've top stitched all that, so all the points are nice and sharp, they're not going to flop, they're nice and solid. So the next stage is, I've already trimmed my Bosel, so I'll just tuck one of these underneath one side, whether it be the light side or the dark side, it doesn't really matter, whatever's got the most fabric attached to it, I guess. Theoretically they should be the same, but they never are they? And then we'll fold that one over to match and pop a clip in like that. Okay, so I'm going to go along all that edge and do exactly the same. Making sure that I've got the two edges level, the two colours matched up to each other, because I'm going to sew along this line now. So I'm going to go and sew all along that line. Okay, I'll be back. Right, so that's done. Look, All that needs to be done now is some elastic wherever I put it, and I've got some red elastic. I sell all different colours of this Deany Fabrics, so you can have what colour you like. And I'm thinking, I did measure my head. I won't tell you what size it was, but I did think that it was about 6 inches, 6.5 inches of elastic is needed for this size for adults. But I mean, obviously smaller if it's a child, but that way, I mean, it just stretches to fit everybody's head then, doesn't it? So just open the ends up a little bit like that and just cut away some of that bosal on the edge. Not a lot, just enough to fold your fabric, because you want to fold this over neatly like that into itself, into the gap. Make sure it's nice and square at the same time as you're inserting the elastic. So just pop a little bit in, about, I don't know, you don't need to put too much in, and then run some stitches along there on the machine, 2 or 3 rows just to hold it in place, and then join it up with this side. Do exactly the same that side, and then I'll be back. And there you have it, all done, all neat, fits any head, even the biggest heads. Reversible, washable, embellish it how you like, and it's just so much better than the paper hat. I've just got this one to finish now, and you can, I mean, it's just amazing what you can do with just that little bit of fabric. So I'm going to make a nice selection of these for Christmas, and then think about doing some for other events as well. Hope you enjoy making them. Don't forget, you can get beautiful fabrics from Deany Fabrics. If there's anything on the website that you're not sure about, you can always drop me an email at contact@Deany Fabrics, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope you enjoy making them. Bye.